If you're the scapegoat of a narcissistic family system, then you're most likely operating your life on a set of false limiting beliefs, which are simply not true. And I will name those for you to help you become aware of them when they come up in your daily life so that you can choose not to believe them. Number one, the scapegoat is taught that they are the problem. Okay, you are taught that all you have to do is fix this or that about yourself, and that will fix whatever is wrong with your family, that will fix all the problems. And the truth is that that's not true, because in a narcissistic family system, the general vibe is that nobody takes accountability for anything that goes on, and when the scapegoat reacts, to the dysfunction, then everybody looks to their behavior, but nobody looks at the root cause of the behavior. So that's why it doesn't matter, what you do, the problem will persist. So you are not the problem, okay? That is a false limiting belief. You are reacting to the problem, but you are not the problem. Number two, you are taught that you're isolated. You're taught that you're alone, that nobody will believe you, that nobody will ever love you, that there's something wrong with you, that you're abnormal, that your behavior is not normal, and that it's futile for you to go out there because everybody will laugh at you, and there's just no point in you seeking out help because they have a power position over you. But that's not true. You're not alone, and you're not isolated, and somebody will believe you. So of course the narcissist surrounds themselves by enablers, so you have to be careful who you reach out to. But the believing that you're isolated is actually not true. Help is out there, and it's very important for you to seek out this help, especially completely outside your narcissistic family system. Number three, you're taught that your needs are privileges. So for example, if you have a narcissistic mother who's constantly withholding love and constantly punishing you through this withholding of love, through silent treatments and psychological abuse, you're going to be told that the reason why that parent does that is because it's your character, there's something wrong with you, and you don't have the privilege to be loved by that parent. You don't have the privilege to set healthy boundaries for yourself. You don't have the privilege of being spoken to with respect, of having an emotionally present parent in your life because there's something wrong with you. Healthy families do not operate this way. This is a false limiting beliefs. Your needs are valid and they are worth fighting for. Okay. After that, number five, you are taught that you are guilty and that you are responsible for the narcissistic parent's emotional dysregulation. You are responsible for their happiness. You are responsible for their well-being. But this is a false limiting belief. You are not responsible for any of that. Your parent is responsible for themselves, and the only person that can help them is themselves. If they choose to remain in that like in that state of mind, that's really on them. As their child, you do not have the power to change that for them. And so you're not guilty, and you're not responsible for your narcissistic parents' behavior. This is really fully on them, and they are the ones who need to address their own issues, and it's not the child who's responsible for the parents' well-being. It's actually the other way around. So, and lastly, you are taught that, number six, you are taught that you are not good enough. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how hard you try. It doesn't matter how much success you have. If your success is not in line with what that parent, views as success, well, even if it is, they'll always find something wrong, actually. You're never good enough. You will never, no matter how hard you try, it will never be good enough. So these are the basic 6 limiting beliefs that scapegoats will often hold about themselves, and they will carry those through life with them. So it's really important for you to be mindful and pay attention when these come up within you, so that you can put a stop to them and go, oh no, this is a limiting belief that was taught to me. It's not true. I am capable. I'm allowed to make mistakes. I'm not isolated. My needs are important. They're not privileges. A need is a need. I am not responsible for somebody else's feelings or emotional dysregulation. It's not my responsibility to tiptoe around somebody else's, moods and anger and tantrums. And you are good enough all by yourself. You're enough. Believe me, you are enough.